sibling realized they were wrong for calling mom a useless housewife. Even before my parents signed the divorce papers, my older sister Cameron announced, "I'm living with dad. He's got the corporate job making 6 figures. Mom's just a useless housewife who's been doing nothing for the past 15 years." I watched mom's face crumple just slightly before she forced a smile. "That's okay, sweetie. Whatever makes you comfortable." Cameron rolled her eyes. "It's not about comfort. It's about being smart. Dad's the one with actual money." She looked at me like I was an idiot when I said I'd stay with mom. "Enjoy eating canned soup for dinner every night," she said, dragging her suitcase down the stairs. Mom watched her hop in dad's car quietly and apologized to me for getting the wrong parent. I hugged her. "You got this, mom." What I didn't know was that those words were the exact catalyst she needed to prove everyone wrong. Mom landed a job at Target, not exactly in a managerial position like dad, but she didn't stop there. Every evening after cooking us dinner, she took online certifications, project management, QuickBooks, data entry, whatever she could get her hands on. And within months, she moved from restocking supplies to a fancy new office job bookkeeping for a local contractor, and later worked her way up to managing the entire back office operation. I was seriously so proud of her. Meanwhile, dad's situation was completely different. He couldn't balance his corporate job with actually parenting Cameron. He started missing meetings to drive her places, called in sick when she had school events. He was spending hundreds on takeout every night, hiring cleaners weekly, paying for babysitters even though Cameron was 17. And the last time I saw him, he looked extremely frustrated. After months of repeated offenses at work, his performance tanked, and the promotion he'd been promised disappeared. And my sister, completely oblivious to it, because as long as she had dad's credit card in her pocket, why would she care, right? That is, until mom started her own virtual assistant business. She snagged her first client, then quickly started handling 5 at a time, and I helped her however I could. When our clients reached beyond 20, mom hired her first employee, another mom who needed flexible work. The mom cried when she received the news. "You're a blessing," she told her. They both worked hard to expand and hire more moms, and eventually, 2 years in, she had 12 employees and a real office space of her own, making more money than dad ever brought in. And as for dad, he unfortunately got laid off the same month mom signed the lease on her office. And my sister Cameron, following the scent of money, quickly jumped ship. After dad lost the nice townhouse in the city, my sister called us. "Can I stay with you guys a bit?" she asked in the sweetest voice. Mom immediately said yes. Of course, family is family. Cameron arrived with her suitcases to find our house completely transformed. Mom had renovated everything. New kitchen, finished basement, the garage converted to a home office. Even the cars in the driveway had upgraded from mom's rusty old truck to a beautiful silver BMW M4. And working under mom, I managed to snag a recently released JCW Mini Cooper. My sister's jaw absolutely dropped. "Oh my god, mom, you're so cool," she smiled. "Thanks, sweetie." While Cameron went on and on about how luxurious everything was now, mom finally explained how living with her worked. "Everyone who lives here works for the household," she said, passing the salad. "That's how we built this." I nodded and told her how I worked on social media marketing. Mom's boyfriend Carl worked on logistics. Even the college kid renting our basement worked part-time answering customer concerns. "So if you plan on staying, I can teach you how to do data entry for the business, 20 hours a week. The guest room is of course yours." Cameron's face flushed. "What? But I'm your daughter. I'm not gonna work. I'll just go back to dad's." She called him right there at dinner, putting him on speakerphone. "Dad, they're trying to make me work to live here. It's so cruel. Can you please pick me up?" she cried. Dad hesitated before finally saying, "I'm sorry, sweetie, but I can't pick you up. The one day you've been gone, I've been doing better. The apartment's clean, I'm sleeping better, and my boss offered my job back if I can have a perfect month. I can't have a daughter right now. I hope you'll understand one day." He hung up before Cameron could add anything more. She stared at her phone after he hung up. The math was simple, but brutal. Dad lost his job when she moved in. Mom built an empire after she left. It seemed like she was the problem in all this, and the pain in her eyes made it clear she knew. Mom reached out and held her hand. "I want you to stay, so please say yes. Let's work together." She nodded slowly, tears welling up. "When do I start?" She started with data entry, the same job mom started with, and we always remind her, if mom can do it, so can you.